Hi, and welcome to DawnyLou Cakes. This video is to show you how to cover your cake in icing so it is ready for decorating. Unfortunately, we didn't get a video of making the buttercream for the cake, but I can tell you how it's made. In a mixing bowl, mix 1 part butter or margarine, I recommend olive butter for a nicer taste, to 2 parts icing sugar. I don't have an exact recipe, but the amount you will need will depend on the size of your cake. If the mixture still tastes too much like butter, then just add more icing sugar. If the mixture is too stiff, then add a splash of milk. Keep doing this until the buttercream becomes sticky but not runny. Now that the buttercream is ready, you can start decorating your cake. If you want your cake to be flat, use a large serrated knife to cut some of the top off your cake. We also turn our cakes upside down so that it will be completely flat and smooth when decorated. We usually cut our cakes in half to create layers. Add a layer of buttercream and a thin layer of jam between the 2 layers of cake. You are now ready to do what is called a crumb coat. This is a thin layer of buttercream around the outside of your cake so that the rolling icing will stick to the cake. Spread an even layer of buttercream over the outer surfaces of the cake. Try and make sure this isn't too thick, as it can affect how smooth your cake will be. You can now move your cake out of the way and get ready to roll out your icing. First, make sure your decorating surface is clean and dry. Spread icing sugar or corn flour over the decorating surface. We have found that corn flour doesn't dry out the icing as much as icing sugar does. And place your icing in the middle of this. Using a large rolling pin, roll out your icing into a circle. Make sure you don't roll too thin, as this can cause your icing to tear. Use the rolling pin as a measure to check that your icing has been rolled out enough to cover your cake. Use the rolling pin to lift the icing onto the cake without tearing the icing. Make sure the icing is flat to the cake before cutting off the excess icing with a blunt knife or pizza cutter. If you have cake smoothers, then use these to make sure your icing is nice and smooth. If you don't have cake smoothers, then just try and use your hands to smooth the icing as much as possible. Your cake is now ready to add more decorations. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow us on social media for photos of finished cakes.